Hello, hello, hello. How are we all? Look at that, I'm a minute early. Minute early. Peter Schramm got the Beto t-shirt for correct score of Forest. Be wearing it for tomorrow's watch-along. Nice watch-along, even. Nice one, Peter. Nice one, Uber Fit. How was your trip, Peter? Where was it you went? Was it somewhere mad like Bristol in America or something like that? Celtic Vape says, hi all on this lovely summer's eve. Oh, I don't know if it's quite summer yet, mate. Don't know, it's like, it's bright enough to be summer, isn't it? But I don't know about you, where you are, Celtic, but there's like this cold chill in the air. How about everybody else? How are we doing? Who else have we got? Andrew Shepherd says, hello, mate. Come on, you Blues. Come on, you Blue boys. Yes, come on tomorrow. I don't know what that is. Who says hello, people? Can't figure out that name. And they've got Jurgen Volts, who says, Jurgen Vult, good luck, you Blues. Cheers, Jurgen. Matthew Boove is here. Matthew, I thought you'd won the correct score last week, at 2-2. I thought you'd put that, Matthew, but you didn't. I think you put 3-3, didn't you? When I was watching it, when I was at the game, I actually thought to myself, Matthew Boo's won, but you didn't, mate. You didn't. Unlucky, lad, unlucky. Close, though. You were the closest. Up the toffee says Anfield. Rob Sutton says evening all. Jim Treacy, hello, Nick. Hello, all Evertonians, I think. And Terry Nash says, got my ticket for home end tomorrow. Can't wait for the game. Are you going to the game in the home end, are you, Terry? Yeah. Terry, you from down London way, or have you just got a ticket there and you're heading down? Let us know, mate. Let us know. Anyway, yeah. Big game tomorrow. It's not really, is it? I say big game. It's not really. It's a game. It's a game. We are swiftly approaching the end of this 24-25 season, aren't we? Just 3 games left, including tomorrow. That's Fulham, Southampton game at home, Goodison Park the week after. Sunday, 12 p.m. That's going to be an emotional one for sure. And then we've got Newcastle away, which is just like a formality, really, isn't it? It's going to be a formality. You want to beat Newcastle, of course. I hate those Geordies now. They've created this real like hatred for us, haven't they? Hi Emma, you're okay, love. Since the Anthony Gordon thing, I think Newcastle fans are weird with us. So anyway, it's Fulham tomorrow though, so we'll concentrate on that. Fulham at Craven Cottage. What are we all thinking about that one? You'll see I've put at the bottom, and I put on my thumbnail, Beto or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What are we all thinking there? We know Calvert-Lewin is fit, suddenly fit, isn't he? I've said previously, I find it really convenient that Calvert-Lewin's agents approached Everton about him staying, and he's now all of a sudden fit, and he come on for a few minutes against Ipswich last week. What's everybody's thoughts on that? Rob Sutton's done with DCL. Me too, yeah, and a couple of you, Rob Sutton's already said Beto. Anfield Road layout in the loft said Beto too. I'm the same, I'm honestly the same. I don't wish any, don't wish anything bad for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I wish him well, but I hope he moves on, Dominic Calvert-Lewin now, I really do. I hope he just moves on. I hope he's successful somewhere else, just not against us, of course. Beto, though, I'd like us to stay Beto till the end of the season. But I've got a feeling, don't know about everybody else. Terry Nash says, I feel Dom will do better against the Fulham centre-backs, but Beto can finish. That's the main thing, isn't it? Terry as well. Beto seems to be able to finish, score goals. He definitely had that good spell. And then he had a bit of a spell where he couldn't really hit a barn door. He was getting in the right positions, but he just wasn't making the right decisions on that final touch. But yeah, I just hope he sticks with Beto, to be honest. Yeah, Emma's done with Dom. I think Moyes will start him tomorrow. I've got a feeling, Emma, I'm with you on that. I've got a feeling he'll start him. Decore's back as well. Back apparently Decore had a personal issue last week. Anybody Anybody any idea what that was? I only heard it before in the press conference that it was a personal issue. So anybody know what that was at all regarding Doucouré? But he's back and available. So are we all thinking that he's also going to go back to Doucouré in the middle? I think McNeil has to start now, doesn't he? McNeil's back, and McNeil starts. Like, Harrison doesn't get anywhere near the starting lineup now that McNeil's back. Are we all agreed on that? Let's see, what have we got? Sell him as soon as the ink's dry on the contract. Oh, you mean, Peter, you're talking about Dom? Are you saying, like, try if I'm getting you, Peter, are you saying give him a contract and then sell him? I don't think we'd sell him. I'm not sure what you mean with that. Let's see, Ian Clark says, afternoon all. Done couple of bet builders for tomorrow, all with an Everton win. DCL is made of biscuits. Yeah. All right, Ian, yeah. You're already in there with your bets, are you, mate? Yeah. Putting your weekend's bets on. Good for you, mate. Don to stay if he takes away, drop it and prove his fitness. You'd like him to stay with you, Andrew, yeah. That's an interesting one, that, mate. I just think that the general feeling is, I talk to people at the game as well, at Goodison Park, I talk to people around me about it and that, and everybody just seems to be like, I think we like the lad. Like I've just said, I think we wish him well, but it just seems like the general feeling is like, move on now, Dom. Is Armstrong available as Derby season's over, but the Championship still isn't? No, Armstrong can't play for us for the remaining games because he was out on loan. So he hasn't been recalled, I don't think, has he? He's back with Everton, isn't he? Because the Championship season is finished, but the Championship season isn't over until the playoffs have finished or something like that. So I know that Harrison Armstrong is back training. He was one that I was going to mention. Because I know the Derby fans loved him, didn't they? And he's back with us now. He's back training. They're expecting him to go out for England. Is it England under 18s? He'll still be. They're expecting him to go out, but he's not. Harrison Armstrong cannot play for Everton for the remaining games. I know that. But yeah, it's a shame. Would have been great to see him for the last few games, wouldn't it? Like I say, apparently Derby fans loved him, and I know Derby. I've said that he was pivotal in their season and remaining in the Championship. So yeah, be good to have him. Be good to see what he's got to bring next season, won't it? Really well. Let's see. Anyone from Got watching? Will maybe is Taifu Toffee? What's Got? What's got, Peter? So the only thing that comes to my mind is Game of Thrones, but I'm sure you're not talking about that anyway. Emma says his ego couldn't get through the door, apparently. DCL. Doucouré demanding. Do you know what? I've got that. Who said that? Alfie Harrison. We'll go to like a pre-match review kind of thing in a minute. But I like all this chat. I like us getting into stuff like this. Yeah, I actually took a screenshot of what Doucouré said before. And it was, apparently, there's the thing. Who said it? Alfie Harrison said Doucouré demanded no pay cut on a podcast. And this is quoted on the Toffee Blues site. And it says, this is from Doucouré, who says, it's funny because now I hear on especially X and Instagram that Everton fans were saying we love Doucouré to stay, but he has to lower his wages, and I'm amazed. Why are they talking about my salary? To be honest, I deserve to have my salary right now. Abdoulaye Doucouré deserves, what's he on? 100, let me grab this. I've got them all written down still. What's Doucouré on? 120 grand a week. Now, I'm not sure anyone deserves that wage as it is, like, but especially any footy player. I know it's today's market and all that, but for somebody to say themselves, I deserve 120 grand a week, it's mental for me, like. But yeah, what's everybody's thoughts on that? What's everybody's thoughts on Doucouré saying that. I mean, I think I'd like him to stay as a squad player, but I heard David Moyes talking about him before in the press conference. By the way, I thought today's press conference was a little bit boring, if I'm honest with you. Not David Moyes' fault, by the way. It's the questions again. It's just the same questions every week. And it's the way they ask them as well. Some of them are just so boring, man. But yeah, when he was asked about Decore and contracts and players' contracts, David Moyes says he's not going to talk about. He's not going to talk to the press about players' contracts and that before they've actually spoken to the players, of course. But he said he keeps being asked about them and decisions are being made behind the scenes. But he said about Decore that he's no spring chicken. So we'd need others if we was keeping. I think that's quite. I don't know. I read from that Moyes seems quite switched on, and I think maybe like the people that we don't get to see at these press conferences, that the people making decisions, they seem quite switched on about it. They seem to be like almost, dare I say, almost on our wavelength with all these things, don't they? I'll take a cut in wages then, Nick. He's living in Cloud Cuckoo Land, says Roy. Andy Lloyd says, are you still going to change the channel, Nick? I think you should start a second for this. All things Everton football. And keep this one for drone flying. Andy, because I said last week, I'm transitioning more to football based. I'm going to be still doing some things with the drone, Andrew. Thanks for asking, mate, by the way. I'm going to still be doing some things with the drone, but more like it's just football based. I'm actually planning right now. I'm in the middle of planning with my mate to do the 20 Premier League football clubs again in 24 hours. Should be a little bit easier for this time as well. We'll probably be doing it in July. Keep your eyes out, guys. We're just planning it now, but there's no Leicester, there's no Southampton, and no Ipswich. Ipswich was the killer, to be honest, believe it or not. But I'll still be doing stuff with the drone. Mainly football based, though. Mainly football based. 120k a week. What else is he on? Exactly, lunatic. Yeah, exactly. Celtic says offer 70 grand and no more. The thing is with this, with likes of Decore, I think maybe the grand old team, Peter Courses, got for me, it was like Game of Thrones, grand old team, fair enough. Mr. Drone Channel and Mr. Drone Channel and MR, separate them. Nah, I'm keeping it all one, honestly. Keeping it all one. I can't. Thing is, if I start a new channel, there's loads you've got to do to like go through and set that up and all that. I'll just keep it here. Different playlists for different things though. Testicle the channel, Kevin. The dogs, the dogs bollocks, that is, isn't it? That was said like when we first started doing this back in like November or something like that, December maybe. That was brilliant, that one. If anyone gets that much, then it's Pickford, 120 a week. I think I've got them here. Pickford's our highest paid player. He's on 150 a week. He deserves it. But yeah, do you know what? You move down to like, Tim Irabunam is on 18 grand a week. Iliman and Dai, 39 grand a week. So, there's a bit of a reality check, I think, for the likes of Decore there. So, yeah, guys, digress loads again, don't I? So let's cover a few other things before we then go Everton Fulham. So this week, there's been a couple of links, and we're constantly linked with Richarlison, aren't we? So what's Calvert-Lewin on? What's Calvert-Lewin on? Good question. Do you want to know anybody else? Calvert-Lewin's on 120. And this is the thing. So these are all what I've got here in yellow at the top. These are all the players whose contract are coming to an end. So just go through them again really quickly. Idrissa Gueye, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Brozier, Michael Keane, Seamus Coleman, Jesper Lindstrom, Ashley Young, Jack Harrison, Asmir Begovic, Carlos Alcaraz, Yao Virginia, or Al Mangala, right? All of them, their weekly wage comes to 794,000 a week for those players. Get rid of, you say we didn't renew any of them. You're there. This was done before. Alcaraz isn't in there because I'd done this before he was with us. You get rid of them, saving yourself $1 million a week. All right, we don't want to get rid of all of them, but Idrissa Gueye's on 130 grand a week. Yeah, guys. Yeah, look. So this is it. Kevin says, "Love you, Nick, your boss." Cheers, mate. Cheers. Look at that. Yeah, Lunatic says, "What I wouldn't give to be on only 18 grand a week." I know, Lunatic, but it's all relative, isn't it? I know I say, he's only on 18 grand a week, but it's all relative to these figures. Dwight McNeil. I think Dwight McNeil, when Dwight McNeil gets back to 100% fitness, and he's got he's getting game time and all that, I think Dwight McNeil can be one of our most important players next season. I really do. I personally think he's a great player, and I think he helps make us tick. Dwight McNeil's on 77 grand a week. That's a massive amount of money, by the way, of course. But you've then got Dominic Calvert-Lewin on 120, almost double. Abdoulaye Doucouré, 120, almost double. Michael Keane on 74 grand, just a tiny bit less than McNeil. So things need to be balanced better at Everton, in my opinion. And this is a really good chance. They've let these contracts come up to an end for a reason. And I think, anyway, this is just me talking out loud, of course. I think this is the reason. So they can either renegotiate if players want to stay, renegotiate them down, or say bye. Jason Hindle's got his Beto in the Netto t-shirt. Nice one, Jason. There's a couple of caps. So Lunatic, and who else had the cap? Lunatic, and was it Thomas McGuinness? Was it who the caps have gone to? They went out this week, guys. So your caps are on their way. Okay. Anyway, talk about Richarlison. Let's get into two players I want to talk about. You'll see it going across the bottom and on my thumbnail. Richarlison and John Stones. Let's go Richarlison first, guys. Okay. What I want you to do, if you will have Richarlison back, do a thumbs up in the comments. And if you won't, do a thumbs down. Okay. So Richarlison only right now. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's see what we get here. So this will be really interesting, the Richarlison one. Got a few thumbs up here. Give you a couple of minutes because I know there's a delay, so I'm not going to move on. So no thumbs down at the moment. Roy Nixon says, so that works out at paying Calvert-Lewin £1 million for each of the 17 goals he has scored over the last 4 seasons. If that's what the math works out at, Roy, then yes. Richarlison is all thumbs up. No thumbs down for Richarlison at all. Loan deal for Richie, says Paul Finchman. DCL, let him go. Okay, DCL, let him go. But with Richarlison, is all thumbs up. Okay. Now, I like Richarlison. In fact, I loved the guy. Loved it when he was at Everton. Was gutted when he went. Right. But check this out. And some of you might know this. But Richarlison has... Where am I? Let me make sure I've got the right stats before I belt out some terrible stats for you guys. It's about his fitness. Right. Richarlison has missed 37 games last season. John Gotti's the only one with the thumbs down. So I'm with John. I'm actually with John. And I get I see Matthew said Richie is on 90k at Spurs, is he? That's less than, even if we got him in, you're saving 30 grand a week. If we get him in on that, we're still saving 30 grand a week if we get rid of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, aren't we? But this season, Richarlison's missed 37 games. Last season, missed 10. Season before, missed 11. Season before, missed 13. So since 2020-2021 season, Richarlison has missed a lot of games. A lot of games, okay. This season, 37. Like, for me, Rob Sutton's a thumbs down, but can't do emojis. Love it, Rob. Love it, mate. Thomas has said, what's he on at Spurs? You've just seen above there, Matthew Booths let us know he's on 90k. So look, it'd be a saving, but it's a risk. Does everybody agree? It's a big risk regarding his fitness in an injury-stricken season this season. It's been awful for him, hasn't it? He had a few with Everton as well. He missed a few games when he was playing for us. So, like, I don't know. Like, we've struggled with Dominic Calvert-Lewin's fitness. We've struggled with strikers' fitness for a long time. We really need to get in a position and get players right. And I know you can't see the future. I don't expect anyone at Everton or any club, whatever, to see a player's future fitness. You can't guess it. But you have to go on how fit have they been and what's it been like in recent seasons. And as I say, his fitness has been awful. So I get the emotional side of it, that everybody would want him back because he was just brilliant for us, wasn't he? Not just his play, his gameplay, his skill, whatever, but just the way he was for us. You can tell he loves the club. So I think that's what it's about with a lot of people who say, yeah, it might not be, I'm not talking for you. You might just think, nah, he's a great player, want him back. Of course, but I think a lot of it could be emotion. And emotionally, I'm there, I'd want him back. But I think we really have to start getting players that are not going to be fit. Look at the Brozier signing a player on loan who's going to be out for 4 months. We have to get away from that narrative. We have to start getting players who are going to be playing 35, 36, 37 games, 38 games for us a season. You're right. What was that? Your butt, Nick. He's at Tottenham, Nick. You wouldn't be calling in sick all the time if you was at Tottenham. Why? What's the difference there, mate? You would be. Oh, I get it, Andy. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Sorry, mate. Yeah. He's at Tottenham, so you'd be calling in sick if you were there. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, maybe a difference if you come and play for us. Let's see. John God says it's a no from me. Let's see. Emma says we ruined Richie. He played through injury to keep us up. Not been the same since. Emma, yeah, and that's like I say, Emma as well. That's where the emotional side of I personally think, myself included, the emotional side of us fans, we do love him, don't we, because of that. And yeah, you're right. I think we was pushed too hard. We couldn't afford to not play him though, really, could we? Lunatic says, I'm driving home in a few minutes. My prediction for tomorrow is 1-1. Lunatic, I'll put that on now. I'm not doing predictions right now, but I'm going to do Lunatic's. He's on every week. So I'll just get his prediction up. Nobody else throw a prediction up yet? Please. Bear with me 1 sec. Lunatic, 1-1. That's going away. So, no more predictions, Michael Thomas. I'll do them in a bit. Don't everybody say I'm driving home too. Moving on. Next player. John Stones. John Stones coming back to us from City. Thumbs up. All thumbs down. Let's John, thumbs down. Celtic straight away for John Stones. Okay. John Gotti says it's a direct quote from Moyes' press conference. He's not up for it. He didn't say he's not up for it, John, did he? He just says. He just said that there's no truth in it right now because it's being rumoured that we're already in for him and all that. So Moyes is just saying there's no truth in it. Moyes keeps batting away all of these things that are put to him about transfers, about contracts. Moyes is simply saying, you'll know when we decide to tell you all. Nobody knows nothing at the moment. So John Stones has got loads of... there's definitely more thumbs down for John Stones, isn't there? Isn't there? Bramley Moore says, no thanks, we need to move forwards, not backwards. That's what I said about David Moyes, though. I was wrong there. I'll hold my hands up, I was wrong there. Event Horizon says no. Emerson, no. Stones and Richarlison, both a no from me, says Nick Carr. Michael Thomas just pulls a sad face. Matthew says, I love John Stones, just seems like a lovely guy. No trouble, but again, injuries is the one. Matthew, you're getting one step ahead of us all there. John Stones has got most of that. Okay, so where's my phone again? Let's go. Yeah, John Stones is on a lot, Emma, you're right. So there's no way he's getting that though, is there? He has to accept that, not just from us. Whatever happens with John Stones, there's no way he's getting that. So let me get the stats on John Stones. So there's only one season since like 2014-15 that John Stones has been injury free. Now listen to these ones for John Stones. Missed 32 games this season, injuries, 12 last season, 13 the season before, 6 in the 2021 season, but then it's 18, 13, 17. John Stones, unfortunately, misses a lot of games. So when it was first brought up, I'll be honest, I thought, we've got a good defence in my opinion. We've got a really solid defence, especially when James Tarkowski's fit. I'm gutted for him. And hopefully, do you know what? I think Branthwaite might actually be staying. We obviously won't find out because people might, teams might come in and offer big money for Branthwaite. But right now, I think Branthwaite could be staying. So I think John Stones, my first thoughts were, John Stones is superb sitting in front of a good back four. I'd love him in that position. But then it was, I referred to my phone because it was then that somebody pointed out to me, yeah, but look, John Stones hasn't had an injury-free season pretty much like ever, really. So it's got to be a no, hasn't it? Got to be a no. And most of you did say no anyway. So Carl Cochrane said because of the way he left. His last couple of injuries, yeah. We get Stones and keep Branthwaite. But I'd like Stones if we did get him. Which I think, like I say, I think we have to move past these getting players that are going to be injured. We get younger players or whatever instead of them. You do need some experienced players, of course, but I'd rather the younger players come through or pick up younger players to avoid another injury crisis. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Let's see. John Gotti says Stones, Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku is my dream transfer window. Decent spine right there. Kevin De Bruyne. I don't want to... Does it really look like he's going to Liverpool? Kevin De Bruyne. Shocking. Tom Skinner says on those stats we will buy him. Yeah, we'll probably get them both, won't we? Just staying on the bit of a mad one that also come out. See the Jack Grealish rumour? That apparently that could be... Apparently the Friedkin Group are... I just keep seeing it posted that the Friedkin Group are giving Moyes a lot of money to spend. I'd love to know what's deemed as a lot of money in Premier League, like what they deem as a lot of money, because like I'd deem it as like a lot of money in this day and age in football in the current markets, I'd say like 300 million is what's needed. 200, 300 million. Get you 3 or 4 really good players. 5 maybe. But so I'd like to see fictions. Grealish. So let's see. Maybe Stones as a backup. He won't get injured that way. Could be, yeah. Event Horizon said, maybe I've missed the chat, but what does everyone think about fans coming to the last game without tickets to soak in the atmosphere? Yeah, absolutely fine. I mean, they've announced, they just announced just before I come on here, I've seen that it's come up saying from the 1878, saying it's the last ever coach welcome to Goodison Park. So they're asking fans to join in welcoming the team for the final time a week on Sunday. It says, line the streets of Walton Lane from the Glass House, Stanley Park, past the club shop, the Hot Walk down Goodison Road. The coach could arrive anytime from 10 a.m. So, yeah, I think it'd be great for for there to be a massive amount of people going there without a ticket to welcome the coach and all that. Soak up some atmosphere. You go to the fan zone and that, can't you? You don't need a ticket to get into the fan zone, but obviously there's only people with tickets get inside anyway. So, Nick, calling TFG, it's easier. It is, isn't it, mate? I struggled saying the Fried King group then. Yeah, I think it'd be great events if loads of people did go. You know, it's the final game at Goodison. I think that there should be like thousands and thousands and thousands of extra people there. Really. Are any of you Everton fans buying your old seats? I'm not, Andy. I'm not. Carl Cottgrave says 100 million. Well, you actually said more than 100 million there, I think, Carl. I don't know what that figure is, mate. Can get you 7 to 8 players in because you only have to pay 10% of a transfer fee up front. Yeah, but, mate, you do have to pay it off, though, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Get yourself in loads of debt that way. Any idea how much they invest in Roma? No, not right now. How Alfie, I don't, mate. No. We've gone past the half-hour mark, guys. I always want to keep these. We always just go on a tangent, chatting, don't we? It's great. I really appreciate you guys getting involved in it. There you go. Jason's right on it. 2-2. Before we do, little chat about it. Up for a chat at Dixie Dean statue, Nick. Patrick, when at the Southampton game? If so, 100%, mate. 100%. Yes, I am, Patrick. So we'll sort that out. But we've got games before that anyway, because we've got the live Fulham game tomorrow. I'll be doing a live watch along. Then I'll do a midweek one pre-match for the Southampton game, so we can sort that out then. If you're going to be on, everybody's going for it now. So let's just get into it. Fulham away, Craven Cottage. We haven't beat them at Craven Cottage since 2009. But tomorrow will be the first time since then that we beat them. Defo. Jason Hindle, 2-2. Just hope COYB doesn't score again. When we played them at our place, we let that goal they scored at our place earlier in this season. We let that Smith Rowe and COYB just run through us, didn't we? Let's see. So I've got Roy Nixon's gone 1-1 with Lunatic. That's it on the 1-1. Somebody else has gone 2-2 there as well, haven't they? Anfield Road layout in the loft. So that's all on the 2-2. Then I have Emma, EFC, 1-0 to us. Who else have I got? Everton win 4-1. Watch Beto, hat-trick. McNeil the other. Nice Eltel. Love it, Eltel. Celtic Vape 1-1. Celtic have already got 2 on the 1-1, mate. There's something else. Bramley Moore's gone 2-1. And so is Thomas McGuinness. Straight after. Bramley Moore 2-1. Thomas Mack 2-1. Wayne, I've already got 2 on the 2-1, mate. I only take 2. Wayne, because otherwise I have to send out loads of prizes. Patrick Matthias said Southampton. Yeah, at the Southampton game, Patrick. Yeah, perfect, mate. Yeah. Matthew Boo, 3-2 to Fulham. Matthew, you're every week. This Matthew. Matthew, 3-2 Fulham. Jim, 3-1 to us. Where else are we? Carl Cotgrave, 1-0 with Emma. EFC, Carl. Nice, Carl. Paul Finchman, 0-0. Bore draw. Paul, 0-0. And Rob, 0-0. Take a few more here. Who else have we got? Rob Van Man lives in a van. 2-1. Oh no, Rob, I've already got 2-1. Sorry, mate. I've already got 2-1. Missed that then. Where's my little squeegee thing? Sorry, Rob. Pick something else. Kevin Kraft has gone 3 to Everton. Alfie Harrison, cheeky last minute 1-0. Alfie, I've already got 2 on the 1-0, mate. Event says 3-1. I forgot you. Did I, Event? Yeah, sorry. Event Horizon. Celtic fake 1-0. Sorry, I've got 2 on Celtic. Andy Lloyd said West Ham was selling R1s from Upton Park for 80 quid. And when they demolished it, the builders were selling them. Got mine for 20 quid. Love that, Andy. Rob, Fan Man's gone 3-1 instead. Oh, Rob, I've got 2 on 3-1. Sorry, Rob. Patrick's gone 7-7. Wayne, it's Andy. Look, wait there. Let me see. Rob Van Man has gone 3-1. Oh, Rob, you're killing me, mate. So who else forgot? So Andy Lloyd 3-3. Andy Lloyd 3-3. Wayne Clancy 2-1 Fulham. Don't like that, Wayne. Don't like that at all. 2-1 Fulham. Patrick 7-7. Imagine it was Patrick. Celtic fave 2-2. Celtic, honestly, I've got 2 on the 2-2. You are absolutely killing me, lad. Fulham up and down the last 14 games. 1-7, lost 7, no draws. Yeah, got the stats up there. So they lost against Villa 1-0 last game, beat Southampton 2-0, lost against Chelsea 2-1, lost against Bournemouth, beat Liverpool 3-2. We like that one, don't we? Jurgen's gone 2-1 to Everton, Jurgen. If so, I've got a couple up there. Rob Van Man's gone for 3-2 now. Do you know what, Rob? You can have that one. Change the rules for Rob because he was absolutely killing me trying to get one in. Let's see. Jurgen, have you gone 2-1 Everton? Yeah, Jason, I'm doing a watch along, mate. I'll be here live tomorrow from about 2:30, 20 to 3, something like that. Jurgen says, of course, Everton. Right, and that is it, guys. I'll take them. I am going to go for... I'm going for a 4-2 to Everton. Oh, God, nearly dropped that then. Right, good luck, everybody. Good luck. We'll finish off there. Didn't even really do a pre-match review, but we did just mention there, we haven't beat Fulham at Craven Cottage since 2009. But tomorrow will be the day. I think they've got a decent enough attack with Raul Jimenez, Iwobi, Sessegnon, Smith Rowe, but I think we'll have enough to upset them there. Dark Heart says, you got a ticket to the last game, mate? The Southampton game, mate? Yeah, I've got my season ticket for this season, so I'll be there. Let's see, Matthew Booth says, Aaron Creswell leaving West Ham from Whittle. Moyes is ex-manager, good player. Aaron Creswell is a good player, yeah. Not sure that's the way I'd like us to go, though, to be honest with you. Just maybe want a bit more, but... Yeah, we've got to trust that they know what they're doing. Like I say, at the moment, I trust in TFG, we'll call them, and David Moyes at the moment. So let's see. It's going to be an interesting... Some of the... All I keep seeing is that we've got like a war chest and all this, and it's going to be the biggest Premier League squad overhaul in history and all that. But I don't know. I just think, watch this space. I think it could be... Probably from experience, that isn't it, being Evertonian. I think it could be slightly underwhelming, what actually does happen, the reality of it. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. Right. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully you'll join me here tomorrow to join me with my live watch along. I will have my chilies with me. Hopefully don't have to eat any. But yeah, around 2:30, 20 to 3, quarter to 3 or something like that. We'll be here, live watch along. Have a chat, get involved, and fingers crossed we get 3 points. Come on, you Blues, up the toffees. Thanks for joining, everybody. Have a fantastic Friday night and a great weekend. Up the toffees. Thanks, everyone. Take care.